Well, the biggest piece is Job of Vaughan Williams, which is one of his masterpieces. It's one of the few ballets he wrote, and in fact, he hated ballet. He said he didn't like these well-developed calves. He said, so he called it a mask for dancing. I think his ideal was that it wasn't dancing so much as sort of miming. And the image, literally the visual images he had were the pictures of William Blake about the story of Job suffering and suffering because the devil and God and the devil sort of made a little pact. The devil said, I bet I can break Job's faith. And of course the devil fails, but throws every sort of ailment at Job. So the music, it is very colourful with all these things going on. You have God music, devil music, and illness music and plague and everything. And the thing that always makes me laugh is when the devil reveals himself, it's played on the organ, which of course is normally God's instrument, so that's rather nice.
What is it about that attracted you to take it on in the first place?
The lovely thing is that the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic and I have been working our way through a lot of Vaughan Williams over the years, and we love doing it. They are wonderful at doing it. I have to say, credit not just to them and to me, but Vernon Handley used to do it as well years ago with them, and some of the players are the same from those years. So they have it in their blood. And so to do Job, which I don't think they had played for a long time, felt very natural. Playing Vaughan Williams is like coming home with that orchestra. So that's why it was an obvious thing for us to do.
And the award, you've sent it back.
Yeah, I feel quite strongly that, of course, conductors are the ones who have the name there, and I give the speech to accept the award. But the musicians, for an orchestral award, the orchestra should get that. And that's the only sad thing tonight, is there's no member of the orchestra with us this evening.
Talk a little bit about the orchestra, because here are this incredible award that you've won tonight. They are so much entrenched in the community as well.
Yeah, the Liverpool Philharmonic, it's a very old orchestra. It's been going a long time now. It's one of the oldest in Britain, if not the oldest, in England, I should say. They are very engaged in local things. So there's a huge and very impressive education project, which was started by members of the orchestra, it's called In Harmony, and that's been going on for well over 10 years now. They do regularly concerts for young people and children, or concerts which reach out to new listeners, and as a result, their houses they sell very well. That's an awful way of putting it, but they have a very devoted audience, and they deserve it, because they give the audience something special. I mean, there are good orchestras around. All orchestras are good now. They have to be. They wouldn't survive if they're not good. Liverpool brings in this sense of community, of friendliness in the way of family friendliness. That means there could be arguments, but they're within a sort of overall frame of love. And you really feel that about the Liverpool Philharmonic.
I think one of the themes tonight, it was very much about wanting something for future generations and to support maybe younger people who have never really tasted the world of classical music.
I know Caroline Sampson spoke very eloquently about this need to sort of look to the future of the young people of music. And Caroline and I are from the same part of England, from Bedford. And we grew up in that same youth music system. And just a couple of weeks ago, I went back to Bedford. We did a reunion concert with 80 old alumni of Bedfordshire youth music. We did Bruckner's Fifth Symphony on one rehearsal. Most of the orchestra amateurs. This is extraordinarily difficult, and they did it. And we all had the faith in one another that we could do this. This is amazing. This shows the sort of musical education we had, but it also shows the sort of people that music education creates. It's not just about the music. It's about the sort of person it creates. Now, my worry is 20 years, 30 years from now, what will there be?
I think it's incredible. Anyone who, when that seed is planted when they're young, and it doesn't mean to say they have to go into that work professionally, but it's what it gives them through life that's so important.
I had a friend of mine, he played the double bass. He said, I remember, we were teenagers, he said, I don't need drugs, I've got Brahms. I thought that was just so good. If the politicians need a catchphrase, Brahms, not drugs. It's true, music gives you something, and it's not just about I'm not saying everyone should become a professional musician, no, but just as a resource in your life, it's so valuable.
It's a place to escape.
Yep.
It's a place, yeah, just to I don't know, in this crazy frenetic, frantic world that we live in. It is like a drug.
Yeah, it can be inspiration, it can be consolation, it can be, you can switch your mind off or you can switch it on as much as you like. It can be whatever you want it to be. That's the beauty of music.
And what about for you? What future projects have you got in the pipeline?
Well, I'm so lucky. I'm a sort of freelance now. I used to have a job in Germany, and that's finished now. So I'm free to sort of go around. I've been all over the place. It's lovely, and I'm going regularly to Liverpool. So because this year is Holst year, we've got the Planets coming up. So that's always, we've done that before, and it's so fun to play the Planets in Liverpool.
And also, it's the sort of thing that will just bring people in. Again, as we talk about these people who maybe have never tasted it, never tried that before.
Yeah. And the Planets is a great way in. If you've never heard an orchestra concert, go and listen to the Planets and you'll be won over.